Can't you see what you done to me? And I ain't gonna hide the way I feel no more. So let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light. Let's roll. Let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light.
Well, good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, round number 4 of the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series live here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. My name is Matt Bailey, and joining me in the commentary booth tonight is none other than Mr. Alex Robinson. Alex, welcome to Charlotte.
I'm back. I'm a lot more broke than I was, but I'm back.
Well, race fans, we're currently going through qualifying at the moment out on the speedway. The guys will get 3 minutes to lay down a couple of lap times, as if our producer, Mr. Brett Wheeler, can bring up the lap board, please. With the lap times, Evan C currently quick time at the moment, race fans, 14.921 for Evan C. Josh Fuller, second quick. There's Ethan Toda on the speedway. And, well, as we know, Alex, this guy behind the wheel of the 23T machine is an absolute gasser.
I swear this man changes his paint schemes more than I frickin' announce, it feels like nowadays. I swear he has different paint schemes for each race of the night. But Ethan Toder has opened some eyes this year that, VLR comes aboard for him in that 23T. And the speed has gained for the 23T, and we talked about it over and over again. He wants to top Evan C. Blake Majulis. And right now he's still in that chance of knocking one of those two off for a season championship.
Yeah, as he goes fourth quick at the moment on the speedway, 14.970. Through turns number 3 and 4. This time, Bryce across the stripe, 15.344 for Ethan Toda in the A2B hauling Team Vigilante Racing number 23 machine. There is Nick Baum on the speedway. Alex, another guy that has surprised a lot of people over the time here on the iRacing.com service, the Slam Sim Sports, number 02.
Nick Baum opens some eyes, has some tough breaks, though, as we've seen over the time, but looking to regroup here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Anything can happen on these big tracks. Slide jobs, bottom, top, middle groove, all work here. So it's going to be interesting to see, can some of these drivers who have had a tough start to the season regroup here in some of the bigger tracks?
Well, race fans, qualifying has concluded, and quick time, man, tonight, the Team Victory Lane Racing number 33. He actually took out tonight's big block A-main event, and, well, Evan C. gets it done, 14.921 over Josh Fuller, Matthew Selby, Ethan Toda, Coulton Herbert, your top 5. Alex, we're going to get set right now for heat race number 1.
Starting on the pole, he set quick time, the 33 for VLR. It's Evan C. to the outside, the 30 machine of Coulton Herbert.
Hunter McCoy will line up the 22 car from position number 3, and out of position number 4, the Rocket Esports, number 10, that is Jason Salter.
The 168, that's Bo Krebs. He'll start 5th to the outside, the 111 of Ryan Olsen.
And, well, race fans, your final row for heat race number 1, row number 4, Tyler Olsen, the 16, will start from 7, and Barry Knapp, hails away from New York, the 42 machine, will line up from position number 8. Heat race number 1, the CNC Racing Designs Pro Lab Model Series here at Charlotte.
Bailey, I'm going with Evan C.
I'll tell you what, with the talent that we've seen tonight, it's going to be tough to pick drivers to win. Obviously, yes, throughout the heat races, we can pick the same driver, so I'm going to go Evan C.
Attaboy.
Well, heat race number 1, 8 laps on the board. Let's go green.
Evan C. leads us into turn 1 and 2. He's going to attack the bottom side here. That second spot, Coulton Herbert gets the run off the top side to take over second. Now look at the run he gets into turn 3 and 4. Chasing down that 33 of Evan C. Battle on for that third spot as Salter, Krebs, and McCoy.
The slide job happening in turn number 1 and 2 for the race lead. Down the back straight away they go, wheel to wheel. In turn number 3 and 4, C on the bottom. Coulton Herbert runs the middle part of the speedway. Knocker on the rear door of the 33. A slide job once again in 1 and 2 from Coulton Herbert. Couldn't gets the job done though. Down the back straight where they go, wheel to wheel into turn number 3 and 4. C on the bottom side of the speedway in turn number 3 and 4 takes over the race lead once again. 3 laps down, 4 to go.
Evan C. Coulton Herbert. Now here comes that slide job once again. Now look at the room though. C goes up top, side by side into turn 3 and 4. The 33 of Evan C. on the top side. Coulton Herbert, caution. Flag is out.
Ouch. Yellow lights on the speedway early in heat race number 1. We will go back to 5 laps on the time ticker, and Ryan Olsen in the 111 machine gets turned around in turn number 3. After a little bit of contact there with the 23 car, and Ryan, you can't park there, my friend. Unfortunately, the Power Platts presentation does say the track is a no parking zone. So therefore,
the walls don't move.
No, they don't.
And here especially, the tractor tires don't move either.
No, that is absolutely correct, yes. That is unfortunate.
I've felt the pain and the wrath of tractor tires at this raceway too many times.
That's it. Well, currently we have 5 laps to go, race fans. We will have 4 to go when we come back to the green flag for heat race number 1 competition. This is server number 1. So 2 servers up at the moment. And then we'll go into a little bit later on our main server where we'll have a warm-up session. And then we'll go into tonight's, I'm pretty sure it is 40 laps or 50 laps.
I have 40.
40. So 40 lap A-main coming up later on. So Evan C, Alex, I tell you what, this guy's turned some heads.
He's an animal. I think that's the only way to really describe him. He's an animal.
After contesting the iRacing What About Outlaws NOS entering Sprint Car Pro Championship between him and Blake Majulis, I tell you what, these guys are going to be taking the lead in the way of sim racing very soon. I'm pretty sure they have done But how good Cameron Merriman taking out the Water Outlaws NOS entering Pro Late Model Sprint Car Championship. I don't know where I'm going with late models. We've got late models on the racetrack. Let's go back to green.
Green flag's back out. Evan C. going to lead us back into turn 1 and 2. Herbert now goes up top, gets in the marbles there. Now opens the door because here comes that 10 machine of Jason Salter right there as well. Now Herbert goes to the bottom side here. Evan, oh boy, we're right back to caution.
Yes. Oh dear. Not what we want early in heat race number 1. The 68 car, or should I say the 168 of Bo Krebs. Back there as well in position number 5. Not sure if there was an... so there is an issue on the speedway. 42 car of Barry Knapp. Damage on the 42 machine. And Ryan Olsen, again, involved in another accident. And Barry Knapp, upside down. Both cars upside down. Landing on all 4 wheels, and unfortunately you can't park there, boys. And the Power Platts presentation does say that the walls don't move here at Charlotte. Well, Alex, we're going to get set for another restart here for heat race number 1.
C, Herbert, and Salter, your top 3 going into this restart. Bo Krebs on the outside looking in, as well as Olsen, McCoy, and Ryan Olsen. So 7 cars left on the track. Right now, Evan C., Colton Herbert, that battle was heating up. Herbert got a bad restart there. He's got up too high, didn't get the run he wanted on Evan C. Now it's time. You know, they always say there's no retakes. Well, with a caution right there, you get another retake at Evan C. here.
Yeah, that's right. Colton Herbert with the Ryko Motorsports sticker on the side of that car. The number 6 machine, we go back underway here for heat race number 1. 3 laps left in the books. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Evan C. with a blind of a restart in the 33 car. Down to turns number 3 and 4. This time by Alex, the popsicle sticks are out for heat 1.
Evan C. out in front here with 2 to go. Herbert still under pressure. Here's 3 cars. Battle it out for 2 transfer spots. Salter goes to the inside here on Herbert. Those 2 side by side. Here comes Bo Krebs now trying to make it worth the fight here. White flag in the air.
Final lap around the dirt track at Charlotte for Evan C. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Down the back straight away. Into turns number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, here was your big block A-main winner, and here's your heat race number 1 here for the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series. Here for heat race number 1. Evan C. gets the job done over Colton Herbert and Jason Salter, rounding out your top 3. Your heat race number 1 results coming up onto your screen, and there it is. Evan C. over Colton Herbert, Jason Salter, Bo Krebs, Tyler Olsen, Hunter McCoy, Ryan Olsen, and Barry Knapp rounding out your 8-car field. Heat race number 2 about to line up on the speedway, and it's going to be Josh Fuller in the Rocket Esports number 12 machine out of position number 1 and 2. He's outside the 13 machine of Jaden Krause.
James Starry in the 741 starts on the 3rd spot. To the outside, the 29, it's James Clausen.
Position number 5 with a 015 of Tanner Folds into his outside the 324. That is Corey Tuggle.
Starting in the 7th spot, VLR 37 of Randall Carter. To the outside, Kyle Rozek in the 602 machine.
Well, Alex, bring us to the green for heat race number 2. 8 laps on the board.
Fuller and Krause, your front row for this one here in heat race number 2. Who will start on the front row on the outside for your A main prelim feature? Green flag is out. Fuller gets the jump here on Krause. Is now Krause under pressure from James Starry into turn 1 and 2.
Down the back straight, they'll go for the first time into turns number 3 and 4. Starry on the bottom side of the speedway. Boy, was he mighty in the big block modifieds earlier on tonight. Down to 1 and 2 they go once again. 1 down, 7 to go.
Fuller, Starry, Krause, your top 3 here. There you see Clausen in that 29 machine on the outside looking in here, and caution flag waves early in heat race number 2.
Yeah, not what we want here for heat race number 2. Looks like a bit of an upset on the racetrack. Tanner Folds, I do believe it is in the 015 machine. Corey Tuggle was on the top side as well. They went for the pass on the top. And unfortunately, both the cars just made contact into entry of turn number 3. And unfortunately, Tanner folds upside down in a massive way in the 15 car. And unfortunately, boys, you can't park there on the speedway. Not what you want. Thank you, Justin Toll, for the 100-star donation. Hello, Platty. Thanks for watching online, mate. Kenneth Payne tuning in. So to Patricia Payne tuning in on the Facebook live chat. Good to see everyone watching here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Alex, we're going to get set for a restart. We're only a couple of laps in the books with this one.
As we get ready for the restart, Josh Fuller out in command of this field yet again. And then Starry, who passed Jaden Krause on that initial start. Krause looking to get a better restart here. That 13 machine didn't get the jump he wants. Now he's on the bubble seat there with Clausen and Carter right behind him in the 4 and 5 spot, with the green flag ready to come out here for the 12 machine of Josh Fuller. We are back to the green flag here in heat race number 2.
Yeah, back to green we go. Down to 1 and 2. Josh Fuller goes to the bottom side in turns 1 and 2. So does James Starry in the 741 car. Down to turns number 3 and 4. Closing in rapidly on your race. There is the 741 of James Starry. Jaden Krause back there in position number 3 at the moment on the bottom side of the speedway. Running about mid-track at the moment. James Klassen back there in the 29 machine into turns number 3 and 4. They run this time by Alex. 4 down, 4 to go.
As you see right there for that third spot, Krause, Clausen, and Carter all within the striking distance of one another. Now Krause gets a little bit of a run out of turn number 1 and 2 into 3 and 4. Bottom side he goes. So does Klassen, so does Carter. Those three battling out up front. You have a battle with Starry and Fuller for your race lead.
Down the back straight they go, wheel to wheel. Starry just slides in behind Josh Fuller in the 12 machine. Down to turns 3 and 4 this time by 2 laps left to run. Here in heat race number 2, down to 1 and 2. They go Starry on the bottom side. They go side by side down the back straight away. Here to turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time by Alex. The white flag is out for heat 2.
Fuller now with the run out of turn number 3 and 4. Fuller in charge here. Then you have Starry. Krause still under pressure for that transfer spot, but the battle for the race lead, the battle for the win, and the battle for that second starting spot in the A main. The 12 machine, Josh Fuller, gets heat race number 2. James Starry, Jaden Krause going on to the show as well.
Yeah, good run for heat race number 2. As the rest of the cars will cross the line. Good afternoon to Brenton Hobson watching online. Has a pretty cool little YouTube channel, Hobbo88 on YouTube. Check him out. A bit of a shout out there for you, Brenton. Josh Fuller gets the job done. James Starry, Jaden Krause, your top 3. Then you're back to James Klassen, Randall Carter, Kyle Rozek, Corey Tuggle, and Tanner Foles. Your 8 cars in heat race number 2. Alex, heat race number 3 about to line up on the speedway.
And starting on the pole for 4Link Motorsports, the 46 of Matthew Selby to the outside, the 22. That's Camden Johnson.
Position number 3 with a 45 car, the 4Link Motorsports machine of Jarrett Jones to his outside. How's the way from Indiana, car number 24? That is Richie Yost.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 02 for Slam Sim Sports, it's Nick Baum to the outside, the 122 of Ross Burnett, and rounding out the field, the 1 machine, that's Corey Roberts.
Well, Alex, heat race number 3. I do believe that this should be the final heat race of the night for... Oh, sorry, my bad. This is the penultimate heat race of the night. Second last heat race number 3. About to go live here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 8 laps on the board. Let's go racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Matthew Selby with a good start down to 1 and 2.
Selby out in front here, then Jones. Now here comes Johnston to the inside. They're on Jarrett Jones. Jones going to go top side here. Opens the door for Camden Johnston side by side for the second spot. Johnston has it by nose out of turn number 4, but give it to Jarrett Jones so far in that second spot.
Yeah, down to 1 and 2 they go this time. Jones battling with Camden Johnston. Into turn number 3 and 4. They'll run this time by down the main straightaway. 2 laps in the book, 6 to go. For heat race number 3, down to 1 and 2, and Selby still leads down the back straightaway, this time by Alex.
Matthew Selby has to be smiling right now with these two going at it side by side. Now here comes Nick Bowman in the mix. Closing in on the top three here. Johnston and Jones still side by side. But that O2 machine who's on the outside looking in, looking to make this a three-car battle for transfer spots.
Yeah, down to turns number 3 and 4. Johnston puts the move on Jared Jones and will move himself up to position number 2 on the speedway. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Nick Baum trying to slide in there as well. Comes into Cameron's shot down the back straightaway. Into turns number 3 and 4, making a three-way battle for minor placings here in heat race number 3. This time by 3 laps to go. Here in heat race number 3, down to 1 and 2 they go this time. Matthew Selby still leads over Camden Johnston and Jared Jones.
Nick Baum, look at the run he gets out of 3 and 4 here. He's closing in. He needs to find something 1 and 2 here, or it's going to be too little too late for a transfer spot as Johnston and Jones keep having the opening because these two battling it out. Johnston now takes the run into 3 and 4. Going to go bottom side here. Slide up as Jared Jones opens the door. White flag in the air, and Matthew Selby in charge.
Yeah, down to 1 and 2 they go for the final time in heat race number 3. Down to turns number 3 and 4 and Camden Johnston. Back there in second looking for the race win. Couldn't get the job done though. Matthew Selby with the race win over Camden Johnston and Jared Jones rounding out your top 3. Boy, did Camden Johnston have a look on the final lap there in turn number 3 and 4. And well, there it is. Selby, Johnston, Jones, Blom, Yost, Roberts, and Burnett. Your 7 cars. Alex, heat race number 4 about to line up on the racetrack.
And on the pole, the 23T for VLR. It's Ethan Toder to the outside, his teammate of the 69 of Brent Carter.
Position number 3 with a 25 car of Craig Stykes into his outside car, number 44. That is Jake Corley.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 6 machine of Jeff Helton to the outside. It's Turbo, the 4 machine of Stephen Turbeville. And rounding out the field, the 5 of Michael Hines.
Well, final heat race of the night, race fans. For prelim action here at the dirt track at Charlotte, the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series, round number 4. Here we go, race fans. Who's going to take out the final heat of the night? Ethan Toder, Brent Carter off the front row. Let's go racing here at Charlotte.
Toder with a good jump on teammate of Brent Carter. Carter now on the bubble here as 3 wide they went. Carter gets the run out of the corner. Cully and Stykes going at it side by side. Slider by Stykes. Oh boy, we're getting a little antsy up there, but battle up front for the race lead.
Oh boy, it was Brent Carter hauling all of the mail into turn number 1 and 2. Absolutely picked up the front end. On the bottom side of the speedway, the Team Vigilante Racing TAC 3 Defense number 69 machine. I'll tell you what, Platty will be pretty happy with the number on that race car. If he's still watching, Platty, the 69. I'm going to call him the 69 King. Ethan Toder at the very pointy end of the pack in this one. And well, Alex, we saw him in qualifying. We saw how well he was very smooth on the wheel in qualifying, and he's doing the same thing at the moment in heat race number 4.
Doing a very good job there, but Brent Carter, talk about the speed he had in 1 and 2 there. Again, 3 wide there in 1 and 2 out of turn, and then into turn 3 and 4 there. Chaos just kind of ensued as Stykes, Cully, Turbeville, Helton, Hines, they were all right there together, and everyone just got a little bunched up.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see, especially here at the dirt track at Charlotte. So, we will get set to let them loose once again. Looks like yellow lights still on the pace car. So, I dare say race control just trying to dissect what happened in turn number 3 and 4. So, as soon as we see them line up in 2x2 formation, it means we're going to get set to go once again here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Ethan Toder You're back to Brent Carter, Craig Starks, your top three. And I tell you what, Alex, I can't wait to see what sort of racing this racetrack is going to bring us later on.
This racetrack is going to be feisty here. Slide jobs already being thrown at this racetrack. Bottom and top look to be working here early on in heat races. And with an LCQ yet to come up, this should be intriguing, again, with a feature as well.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like we're going single file restart this time by race fans. Ethan Toder at the pointy end of the pack. Then you're back to Brent Carter, Craig Stark, Stephen Turbeville. That is your top four. Let's go back to green flag racing here at Charlotte.
Green flag back out, Ethan Toder, Brent Carter, your top two. Then Stikes in the third spot here. That 23T machine out in front, but then you see right there, mid-pack, that 4 machine of Stephen Turbeville, that 5 machine of Michael Hines. Those two sitting 4 and 5, 1 and 2 spots away from a transfer spot as, oh boy, Brent Carter into the wall. Give that transfer spot to Stephen Turbeville.
Yeah, takes it away. The 4 machine of Stephen Turbo. Stephen Turbeville up to position number 3 in the number 4 machine. Down to 1 and 2 they go. 4 laps left to run in heat race number 4. Down to turns number 3 and 4 this time by. Have a look at Michael Heinze. What a run for the 5 machine. Into turns number 1 and 2 they go once again. Alex is on the top side of the speedway, having a good run right now, but he's into the wall and ouch.
So now, again, the transfer spot still up for grabs with Stephen Turbeville in that third spot. But then you have Cully and now Brent Carter right back in the mix. He goes trying to chase down that third spot here, but with 2 laps to run. Is it too little, too late for the 69 machine? Ethan Toder out in front. Stikes, Turbeville, 1 more lap to go because the white flag is out and Turbeville into the wall.
Yeah, know what you want to see. Final lap around here at the dirt track at Charlotte and Ethan Toder, race fans. Through turns number 3 and 4. He qualified 4th fastest tonight in qualifying competition and takes out the 4th and final heat race tonight for prelim action here at the dirt track of Charlotte for the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Models. And well, Ethan Toder, Alex gets the job done in heat 4.
It's Ethan Toder with the win. Stikes and Cully going on to the show for Brent Carter, Jeff Helton, Michael Heinze, and Stephen Turbeville. They will go on to one of 2 LCQs. And speaking of LCQs, LCQ number 1 is up. And here is your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. On the pole in the 168, it's Bo Krebs. To the outside, the 02 of Nick Baum.
Position number 3 with a 16 car of Tyler Olsen to his outside. Car number 24, that is Richie Yost.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 022 machine of Hunter McCoy. To the outside, the 1, that's Corey Roberts.
Position number 7 is the 111 car of Ryan Olsen. Position number 8, the 122 of Ross Burnett and Barry Knapp in the 42. Good to see that team thrashing on that race car to get that machine back out on the speedway. And we're set to go for B-Main number 1. Bo Krebs, Nick Baum on the front row. We're set to go, Alex. 10 laps on the board. And I believe it's the top 5 go through to the A-Main.
Baum and Krebs. Ooh, jeez. Not the start. Nick Baum once there as Bo Krebs gets out in front. Now 3 wide. They go into turn 1 and 2. Richie Yost, Tyler Olsen, Nick Baum. Let's have a little battle here on lap 1.
Yeah, down to turns number 3 and 4 for the first time. Down the main straight with the Slam Sim Sports. Number 02 machine of Nick Baum on the top side of the speedway. Into all sorts of trouble in 1 and 2 and catches the fence. And unfortunately, Nick, the walls don't move, mate. You can't push them out the way. It's not going to make the racetrack any wider. Well, we're 2 laps down, 8 to go. Alex here in B-Main number 1 competition.
Bo Krebs out in front of this one, but again, look at the battle throughout. Nick Baum trying to work his way back up. He's sitting in the 6th spot right now. He's on the outside looking into a transfer spot. Bo Krebs, Richie Yost, Hunter McCoy, Tyler Olsen, and Corey Roberts, those top 5 right now. For Burnett, for Baum, for Olsen, and Knapp, they're going to have to start driving their tires off this car because there is battles up front. Slide job. Oh, boy.
Wow, that was all sorts of close. Hunter McCoy there. And Richie Yost going at it, the 29 machine and the 23 on the racetrack. And this is the battle for position 2 on the racetrack. So these guys don't have to do anything silly. they're in a transfer position on the racetrack, so not sure what's going on in the speedway between those two. Meanwhile, we're nearly 3 wide down the back. Straight away, you got the 1 car of Corey Roberts, the 0-2 of Nick Baum on the top side. And, well, down the main straight of the run, Alex Flugoff, 4 to go.
Baum, Roberts, Olsen, Burnett right there, all battling it out for that 5th spot. Give it Corey Roberts and Nick Baum. Slide job by Baum on Roberts. Roberts goes underneath. Side by side, these two go. This battle is still on for that top 5 spots.
Yeah, down the back straight away this time into turn number 3 and 4. Whoa. Bit of mechanical issues for the 1 machine as we go back down to turns 1 and 2. Nick Baum on the top side of the speedway. Then back to Corey Roberts. They go wheel to wheel down the back straight into turn number 3 and 4 this time by. The white flag is out. Alex for Bo Krebs.
Bo Krebs out in front. He got a great start off the jump here. He is now out in front. Just 1 more corner to go for that 168 machine. At 5th spot of Corey Roberts, 4th of Nick Baum, but Bo Krebs is going to take home LCQ number 1. Hunter McCoy, Richie Yost, Nick Baum, Corey Roberts, your top 5.
Well, that was interesting, race fans. How good? We've seen some good racing so far tonight, apart from the cautions. So, LCQ number 1 results about to come up onto your screen, and there it is: Bo Krebs, Hunter McCoy. Then you go back to Richie Yost, Nick Baum, Corey Roberts, your top 5. Then you go back to Ross Burnett, Tyler Olsen, Barry Knapp, and Ryan Olsen. Unfortunately, from position 6 on back, they'll be sitting up in the grandstand and having a cold refreshment up there with the rest of the race fans. B-main number 1, B-main competition about to line up on the speedway. James Class in the 29 from 1, with Brett Carter in the 69 for Team VLR from 2.
VLR, the 37, that's Randall Carter starting in the 3rd spot. To the outside in the 4th spot, the 6 of Jeff Helton.
Kyle Rozak in the 602 will start from 5, with Michael Heinze for Coyote Racing in the 5 machine will line up from position number 6.
Starting 7th of 3, 2, 4, that is Corey Tuggle. To the outside, it's Turbo of Steven Turboville. And rounding out the field, the 015 of Tanner Folds. Matt Bailey.
Well,
oh, never mind. I'll wait. And if we have a cautioner during the break, I got a trivia question for you. I want to see how well you've been paying attention this season. But James Clausen is out in front as we go 3 wide almost in turn number 1 and 2. What's with them going 3 wide on lap 1?
it's, late model racing, mate. It's how good around here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And down to 1 and 2 they go, though. 1 down, 9 to run. James Clausen leads them down the back straight away. Brent Carter in the 69 machine into turn number 3 and 4. He was in a transfer spot in his heat race and unfortunately caught the outside retaining wall in turn number 1 and 2. And not what you want during heat race competition. Down the back straight they go, this time by to turn number 3 and 4.
Clausen out in front. Brent Carter, Randall Carter, Jeff Helton. I see a haymaker being thrown back there in that 5th spot as now Michael Heinze, Corey Tuggle, those two going at it back here. As you see, there's the 6th machine of Helton. There's Heinze. There's Tuggle. That's for the transfer spot. And here comes Tanner Folds.
Yeah, it's a turn number 3 and 4 this time by. Down the main straightaway, Tanner Folds in the 15 car. Had a massive crash in his heat race. And that car was a wreck, but the crew thrashing on the 15 machine to get it back out on the speedway for B-main competition. Down the main straight they run this time by. Alex, we're halfway down, halfway to go.
Clausen out in front, but this battle for the 5th spot still on as Heinze takes it. Tuggle right there as well. Those two have been battling it out. Now what will Tuggle do? He's going to stay topside here. Tanner Folds waiting in the wings there, waiting for his opportunity to strike. But right now that 5th spot is up for the 5 of Michael Heinze.
Yeah, it's a turn number 3 and 4. Corey Tuggle puts the slide job on Michael Heinze. And, well, down to turns number 1 and 2 they go this time by. And, well, almost they were momentarily 3 wide. Contact in turn 1 and 2. And, well, they save it and they keep it green. Wow, that could have been very messy. In turn number 1 and 2 between Corey Tuggle. So, too, that was Tanner Folds. And, well, I'll tell you what, race fans, that could have been a lot worse than what it looked like. And, well, Alex, through turns 3 and 4, 1 lap to go for James Klassen.
James Klassen out in front here, then Brent and Randall Carter, Jeff Helton, but this fifth spot still up for grabs. There you see your oh boy. James Klassen gonna take home the win. Randall Carter, Brent Carter, Jeff Helton, Tanner Folds. As of right now, that's your top 5 going into your A main. But James Klassen with the LCQ number 2 win.
Yeah, good run for James Klassen, Alex. Definitely see what he can do later on in tonight's prelim A main. Well, there it is. James Klassen, Brent Carter, Randall Carter, Jeff Helton, Tanner Folds, your top 5. They go through to tonight's preliminary action. Then, unfortunately for Corey Tuggle, Michael Heinze, Stephen Turbeville, and Kyle Rozak will sit up in the grandstands and have a nice refreshment and a meat pie. Well, there's no point in taking a quick break because we've only got a minute warm-up before we go into our preliminary A-main. Alex, let's talk about the racing we've seen tonight here at Charlotte, apart from the big block modifieds. And I tell you what, it's going to be a tricky track for these Pro Late models.
That's right. We want to talk about the race. I forgot. There's my trivia time.
Go for it.
After this server, only this server, I do not have the results from the other server, but after this server, there are 2 racers that have won. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3, but now 4 heat races this season. Can you name those drivers?
Ooh. Trying to think on... Blake Majulis.
So there's 2 of them, and Brett Wheeler got them both right.
Okay.
Ethan
Very
Toder
good.
and Josh Fuller. Brett Wheeler always wins. But here is your A main for prelim feature. Starting grid on the 22nd spot. It's the 15. That's Tanner Folds. Starting 21st, the 1 of Corey Roberts.
Position number 20 will be the 6 car of Jeff Helton to his inside, the Slam Sim Sports. Number 02, that is Nick Baum.
Starting 18th, the 37. That's Randall Carter to the inside, the 24 of Richie Yost.
Position number 16, the Team Victory Lane Racing. Number 69, that is Brent Carter to his inside. For Mid-South Mafia, it is the 22 of Hunter McCoy.
Starting in the 14th spot, he won LCQ number 2. It's that 29 machine of James Klassen. To the inside, he was LCQ number 1 winner. That's Bo Krebs.
Position number 12, Halsaway from Carolina. Car number 44 from position 12, that is Jake Corley. Position number 11, the Full Link Motorsports. Number 45, that is Jarrett Jones.
Starting in the 10th spot, the 13 of Jaden Krause. Starting 9th, the 10 for Rocket Esports. It's Jason Salter.
Position 8 will be the 25 of Craig Stykes. Position 7, the 22 of Camden Johnston.
6th, it's James Starry. 5th, it's Colton Herbert.
Outlaw side, row number 2 is the 23 of Ethan Toder. Position 3 is the 46 of Matty Selby.
Josh Fuller, Evan C., your front row, 18 laps on the docket. Prelim feature underway here. Evan C. and Matthew Selby, a little slider attempt there. Oh boy, we're getting frisky on lap number 1 here.
Oh dear. The boys are getting Nancy. We got a car to the wall in turn number 3 and 4. And I believe that could have been... I'm pretty sure that was... I'm sure that was James Starry. I think that may have been James Starry. Alex, that went into the wall hard in turn number 3 and 4. And ouch.
My only question is, here we go, UltimateDirtTV instant replay. As you see him coming out of turn number 1 and 2, just a whole bunch of chaos into 3 and 4, and there is James Starry into the wall. More cars. There's the 69. That's Carter, as well as it looked like Hunter McCoy involved as well. And again, you cannot park there. But Matt Bailey, my question is, 18 laps, top 10 move on. But why are we rushing issues on lap number 1?
Well, I guess a lot of people think they can win it on lap 1, but you know, it ain't going to happen that way. It's all about time.
But what do we know? We just call the race.
Absolutely. That's right.
We get paid to talk, not paid to drive.
Well, let's get set to re-rack 'em and restack 'em, ladies and gentlemen. And for whoever you may be watching around the world here on UltimateDirtTV, we welcome you. If you're only just tuning in, we're up to our preliminary A main for the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series. This is round number 4 here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And need I say, Alex, this is the big stage for the as for what we know with the World of Outlaws. And I tell you what, when we see 3 big classes here for the World Finals, this is awesome.
It's going to be great. It's always awesome here. This racetrack is known for being, well, you know, Knoxville's known, Eldora's known, but you think there's only one World Finals, and it's this racetrack that gets to host it every year, and we get to come here and watch some of the best drivers here on iRacing run this track. And Evan C., well, one of the best drivers, one of the most well-known drivers, has some company, because here comes that 12 machine of Josh Fuller.
Yeah, absolutely. Into turn number 3 and 4 this time by down the main straightaway there now. Is it going to be 6 or 7 laps in the book? The ticker is going haywire, but we're actually 2 laps in the book, so we're working lap number 3 of 18 here at the dirt track at Charlotte for tonight's prelim A main. Down the main straightaway they run. Matthew Selby looking to the outside of Ethan Toder into turns number 1 and 2. Couldn't get the job done though. Down the back straightaway they go wheel to wheel into turn number 3 and 4 this time.
Slide job by Toder there on Selby. Now here comes Colton Herbert there in that 5th spot. Selby, though, going to return the favor on Ethan Toder with a slide job of his own. Here comes Toder to the inside, side by side. Those two go. That's for the 3rd spot. Evan C., Josh Fuller, they're alone up front. Selby into the wall. Here comes Herbert to take the 3rd spot.
I'll tell you what a nice pass by Colton Herbert. Good drive so far for the 6 machine. Down the back straightaway they go this time by into turn number 3 and 4. Toder runs the mid part of the speedway and nearly collected by Matthew Selby in the 46 car. Down to 1 and 2 they go this time. Down the back straightaway we're working lap number 7 of 18. Down through turns number 3 and 4 this time by down the main straight. Alex, I'll tell you what, Evan C. a commanding race lead right now.
Evan C., just talking about the top 2 there of C and Fuller. They're out in front here, far in front of Colton Herbert there, who's battling it out with Ethan Toder, Matthew Selby, all those cars there within striking distance of one another. Toder right now trying to hold off Selby. Oh boy, Toder, it looked like got in the wall, opened the doors. Oh, yep, he got in the wall, right?
Yeah, and that will bring on the yellow lights here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And unfortunately for Ethan Toder, the walls don't move, my friend. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay up on your screen. Matthew Selby just got into the left rear of the 23 car, and wow, Richie Yost got in there nice and hard. Crikey. The 29 machine absolutely collected the 23. And is it possible? No, I don't think it'll be possible because he brought out the caution. So Ethan Toder will be down the back of the bus in the 23 machine, the A2B hauling. Team Fisherland Racing sponsored number 23T. And I tell you what, Alex, if you can get the win in prelim competition, needless to say, I reckon he's going to get it done in the main, the 40-lap main here tonight at Charlotte.
Evan C., impressive here. Josh Fuller in that 2nd spot. But this restart has a chance to pass Evan C., or at least keep pace if he gets a good restart. Now you have Colton Herbert there as well that has a chance in that 3rd spot as well. But again, everything could change in a matter of seconds, just like it did for that 23T machine of Ethan Toder. You even have Richie Yost right now holding that 10th spot down, but there's still Randall Carter, Nick Baum, James Clausen. You know, those cars still sitting there, Tanner Folds, outside of those spots to get into the big show.
Yeah, that's right. So just remember, race fans, it's the top 10 cars. After this, there'll be a redraw, and then we'll obviously, after this race, we'll go to a little break, and then the redraw will happen, and then the top 6 cars will find out where we're going to start. The top 6 in tonight's 40-lap A-Main. This is prelim action right now here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Evan C. leading the way over Josh Fuller, Colton Herbert, Matty Selby, then back to Craig Stykes, Jason Salter, Camden Johnston. Back there as well in the 22 machine. And wow, let's see what's going to happen. I do believe we'll have about, when we go back to the green, we should have 9 laps to go. Here in tonight's prelim A-Main, Alex, we're getting set to go with Evan C, your race leader.
So it's Evan C, Josh Fuller, Colton Herbert, your top 3 when we get back to the green flag here. As man, 2 cautions? We've had 2 cautions there. We're about 10 laps into this one. Is it just me, or did this race, these laps go by real quick?
Yeah, I think it has. As hopefully we can try and get through the rest of this prelim A-Main. Well, race fans, let's see what's going to happen. Evan C, Josh Fuller on the front row, Colton Herbert, Matthew Selby. Let's go back to green, Alex.
Green flag is out. Evan C back in front here as now you see Herbert trying to go slider attempt there on the 12 machine of Fuller. Matthew Selby, Craig Stykes, Jason Salter. All these cars battling it out in the top 5 here. Selby up against the wall. You see 3. Oh, boy. Jeez. Someone call a doctor for 3 and 4.
I believe that may have been Richie Yost. Alex, I believe those 2 cars are currently in the pit area. Richie Yost and Bo Krebs. Jeff Helton in there as well. So too Jaden Krause. And Ethan Toda was making his way back up through the field. And oh dear. Wow. Bo Krebs taking a bit of a tumble there in the 168 car. And this is where it all started, race fans. Right now, your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. So, Krebs went to the top side. Unfortunately, Nick Baum was already there. And Wowski. That was all sorts of drama. Alex, we've got 8 to go.
And we're already back to the green flag. Here's Evan C back out in front of this one. Fuller, Herbert, Selby, and Salter, your top 5. Top 10 make it on here. Nick Baum in that 10th spot as we speak, with battling it out with James Clausen, Jarrett Jones, Tanner Folds. All are right there. Either can make it or can miss it just in a matter of a few laps. But Evan C has complete control of this field.
Yeah, he sure does. This time by race fans, we've got 6 laps remaining here in tonight's A-Main. Down to 1 and 2 this time. Down the back straightaway, Colton Herbert in the 6 machine. Down to turns number 3 and 4. Matty Selby on the top side. Trying to trace down your 3rd place running machine of Colton Herbert at the moment. But down the back straightaway this time into turns number 3 and 4. Alex, the 33 car of Evan C is your race leader. We've got 4 to go.
C, Fuller, Herbert still your top 3 here. Nothing has changed, but in the top 10, Nick Baum, Randall Carter, Tanner Folds, all cars right there on the outside looking in. James Clausen trying to move up some spots, so if something happens, he is not on the outside looking in at the end of this race. But again, top 3 is pretty much solidified here, have not changed in about 10 laps.
Yeah, how about Camden Johnston trying to have a mighty run right now in the 22 machine. He's up to position number 6 on the speedway. And, well, Craig Stykes trying to take that away from him right now. Down the back straight they go. Into turns number 3 and 4. Stykes and Johnston going at it. But how good Evan C. Alex with the white flag is out this time.
Evan C. out in front of this one. He set quick time. He won heat race number 1. He's through 3 and 4, picking up prelim feature number 2 on the year. It's Evan C. Josh Fuller second. Colton Herbert, Matt Selby, and Jason Salter, your top 5. Stykes, Johnson, Jones, Clausen, and Nick Baum also making it on to the big show.
Wowee. How good, race fans? He gets the job done. In prelim action, Evan C., your race winner over Josh Fuller, Colton Herbert, Matty Selby, Jason Salter, Craig Stykes, Camden Johnston, Jarrett Jones, James Classen, and Nick Baum. Your 10 transfer cars through to tonight's 40-lap A-Main, where your top 6 will be inverted. Well, they're not technically an invert. There will be a redraw. Then go back to the bottom half of the field, Alex.
Coming home in 11th spot, it's Jake Culley, Randall Carter 12th, Tanner Foltz 13th, Brent Carter 14th, Hunter McCoy in 15th, 16th, it's James Starry 17th, Ethan Toder, Jeff Helton, Bo Krebs, Richie Yost round out the top 20, and then Jaden Krause, Corey Roberts. Your 22-car field in your A-Main results. Matt Bailey, it is confirmed, it is official. Blake Majolis won prelim feature number 2.
Oh, wow. Isn't this going to be mighty? How good, though? Well, we're going to go down now to Victory Lane. And, well, we're going to chat to third place here tonight, Colton Herbert. Colton, mate, what a run here tonight. The dirt track at Charlotte, mate. Good way to close off. Good way to start the night. Still got another 40 laps left to go around the speedway.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a good prelim run for me. Could have won my heat, but caution came out and started about 7th in the feature and just slowly worked my way up to 3rd.
Mate, you were mighty in the big block modifieds. What sort of changes between now and this 40-lap A-Main are you and your team going to make on this late model?
Oh, I think I'm going to tighten it up a bit and just make some adjustments to run the top better. I kind of struggled there, and car's real twitchy, so going to fix some stuff there and look forward to trying to win the main event.
Well, there it is, Colton Herbert. Sponsor shout-outs, mate. Who turns wheels on the 6 car?
Everyone at ZMR. Zach McSwain's been helping me out a lot recently. Brightgo, Lizardlet, Mario Prez and his photos, Big Al, Speedworks. That's it.
Well, race fans, there it is. Colton Herbert home in position number 3 in tonight's prelim A-Main. Alex, he caught up with 2nd place.
Coming home in the 2nd spot, talk about continuing the hot streak here. The 12 machine of Josh Fuller gets another heat race win, gets another top 3, top 5 finish in prelim, and makes it into the big show yet again. Talk about the run you've had this season.
It's been pretty good, man. I've got a lot of people backing me, and they're really helping me out and putting me in good sets, and it's made a huge difference in my driving. All this stuff is experience for me, man. Running with people like Evan and Colton and all those guys, it's just a bunch of experience and helping me get better, watching them run laps and stuff.
And we talked about it during the warm-up session. You are one of only 2 drivers to win every single one heat race that they are in these pro late models. Did you realize that it's been 4 weeks and 4 heat race wins?
No, I did not, actually.
Well, man, oh man, again, keep that hot streak running going into this redraw. Where is the prime position if you can't draw the pole position? Where is that prime position you want to start, inside or outside?
In the beginning, I probably want to start inside, hopefully. You know, the bottom of the track usually comes in a little first, and then it goes up top. So hopefully I can get an inside starting position, you know, and spread out a little bit and be able to get up top when I need to.
Well, we know there's a lot of great sponsors that are helping you keep this hot streak going, so take a time and thank them for another great run here tonight.
Yeah, everyone at Rocket Esports helping me out. People at D1RT also helping me out. Diggs by D1RT, Busby Late Models, Go Fast Motorsports, Base Race Fuels, Go Racing Designs for the awesome wrap. You know, everybody that puts on World of Thunder and you all for a great broadcast. We really appreciate you all.
That is your second place finisher, the 12 machine of Josh Fuller and Matt Bailey. You get to talk to the man who's been on that hot streak as well, the 33 of Evan C.
Well, race fans, we catch up with this guy once again, the 33 car of Evan C. Evan, mate, you took out the big block modified A-Main here tonight, and again, You're up on the top step here for prelim action.
Yeah, felt pretty good in there. Helped a lot. We was able to qualify good and, win that first heat and start up front. And, was able to kind of pick and choose what lap we wanted to run and stay on top of the track. And, hopefully we can redraw pretty good. And, I think we have some pretty good speed and, hopefully have a good chance of winning this.
Well, Evan, between now and this 40 lap feature, what sort of changes are you and your team going to make on this 33 machine?
Well, besides putting a little bit more fuel in, I think we're going to leave everything the same. We was, starting off pretty fast and, didn't really change a whole lot. And, so we're just going to stick with what we had in there for this next feature and, hopefully it works out for us.
Well, Evan, mate, we know we did this to you in the big blocks, mate, but sponsor shout out to Turns Wheels on the 33 car.
And just I thank everybody at Team VLR, C for Me Sports, Agility Speed Shop, Toter's Hour Frenchies, Captain Morgan, Bighorn Taxidermy, and Tactory Defense. Just thank y'all guys for broadcasting for us, and everybody else put on this week for us.
Well, there it is, race fans. Evan C taking out prelim action here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Well, Alex, I tell you what, it's been a good night so far, but I can't wait to see what this next 40 lap A-main is going to bring us here at Charlotte.
Yeah, we got a redraw, and then we have, some provisionals might step foot also on the track here. Oh, no provisionals, correction. So no provisionals. So 20 cars, 2 step foot on this track for the big A main event here. Who's going to draw that pole position? You'll have to stay tuned and find out when we're back here after the redraw for the big A main event at the dirt track at Charlotte.
combination puts you 6 feet down. I got 4-ounce Wranglers and a pearl snap shirt. I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living, well man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Some dusty chaps, $48 and a steps in half. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave tonight. But it ain't about money, it comes from deep inside. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Got a few from bulls and 2 or 3 from bars, but that's the price I pay for fighting through the pain. They ain't never been a pussy, make the Hall of Fame. Come on. They ain't Jim Sharp, I ain't Chris Ledoux. I'm just a Carolina kid with an attitude. I was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on light than bleed into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy.
You can believe what happened over here, man. Got real warm out there, and really came in the house. Somebody had you and cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is my land. This is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. I'm a stand-up mind. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance, you see boy. The devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, boy. I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I'm the king of rock, there is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To roll my kingdom, you must choose fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. Now we rock the party and go correct. All set on time and rhyme connect. the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out alone, riders on the storm. And the music was good, and the music was loud.
Well, race fans, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. It is now time for tonight's big 40-lap feature, and starting from position number 20. He drives car number 44, hails away from Carolina. It is Jake Corley to his inside. Car number 007 from position 19. It is Jacob Fields.
Starting in the 18th spot, the 02, that is Nick Bohm. To the inside, the 124 of Garrett Cooper.
Starting from the 16th position tonight, he drives car number 29. That is James Klassen to his inside. The side bite Motorsports car number 82 from position 15. That is Jason Korn.
Starting in the 14th spot for 4-Link Motorsports, it's Jarrett Jones. To the inside, the 157 of Cody Sieber.
Position number 12 for Max Stroop Sim Sports. He drives car number 22. That is Camden Johnson. Position number 11, driving car number 61. That is Lane Hanna.
Starting in the 10th spot, it's the 10. That's Jason Salter. 9th, the 7 of Bob Klein.
As we roll over the page for your top 8 starters here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. From position number 8, he drives car number 46 for 4-Link Motorsports. That is Matthew Selby. Position number 7, the Max Stroop Sim Sports car number 13T. That is Travis Sinclair.
Starting in the 6th spot, it's the 6 of Colton Herbert. To the inside, Asheville, New York, the 127. It's Blake Majulis.
Starting from position number 4, outside row number 2, the D1RT Racing car number 17. That is Desmond Busby. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green here for 40 laps around the dirt track at Charlotte.
Oh boy, let's get it rolling here. 3 wide, almost 4 wide in the out of turn 1 and 2 there, as that was Fuller, Busby, Majulis, Herbert, St. Clair were all there in the mix. 1 lap in the books here, but man, oh man, has this 1 lap been an entertaining one with 3 wides.
Yeah, down the back straightaway, James Klassen battling with Cody Sieber in the 357 car. Down the main straight they run this time into turns number 1 and 2. Sinclair in there as well. He's back down there in position number 8 at the moment. Into turns number 3 and 4. Evan C. leads the way over Brandon Freeberg, Desmond Busby, Blake Majulis, and Colton Herbert, your top 5.
As there you see the 13T, that is Travis St. Clair right now in the A spot there. In front, you see the 46 of Selby side by side there with Josh Fuller. That battle is heating up, but now St. Clair trying to put his head in the mix. Up front, there's the 127, Majulis, Busby, Freeberg, Herbert right in front. Those 4 cars battling for podium spots.
Yeah, your top 5, or say for instance like your top 8 cars, all within a blanket of each other. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Busby, Majulis, Colton Herbert, and Brandon Freeberg all battling for minor placings at the moment. Into turns number 3 and 4 down the main straightaway this time by down the main chute they run. Into turns 1 and 2. We're now 6 laps in the books. Race fans, 34 to go, I believe.
I don't know. I'm not that good at math there. But Brandon Freeberg in the 5th spot there. Matthew Selby in 6th. St. Clair, Fuller, Klein, Salter in that top 10 spot. As there you see Freeberg gets by the 46 there of Selby. Now tries to make it a little 2-for-1 action. Slide job there from Freeberg, but all for naught as there was Herbert underneath.
Yeah, we're now down to 32 to go. Into turns number 3 and 4 this time by down the main straight they'll run. Evan C. leads over Blake Majulis now. These two guys, a classic battle between your top 2 drivers. Evan C. and Blake Majulis hit Colton Herbert moving up into position number 3 on the speedway. Down the main straight they'll run this time by into turns 1 and 2. Desmond Busby's still in position 3 at the moment in the 82 car. And then you go back to Colton Herbert in position number 4, Matthew Selby in 5. Down the main straight they run now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are closing in on the closing stages of tonight's A-Main, and I tell you what, it's been good so far.
Evan C., Blake Majolas, they pulled out to an advantage that is no longer there because of a caution flag.
Yeah, not what we want to see. Ooh, on a roll there between one car pulling infield. Jake Corley in the 44 car. I wonder what's happened with the 44 machine of Jake Corley. Garrett Cooper was in there as well. Got into the side of Nick Baum in turn number 3 and 4. And wow, the 357 car, Cody Sieber, came in on the tail end of that one, had nowhere to go. And unfortunately, the Power Platts presentation says, boys, unfortunately, you can't park there on the speedway. Is a non-parking zone. Good shot from turn number 3. That is the outside pit exit gate of turn number 3. Just to see how good the banking is here at the dirt track at Charlotte. That was a wicked shot. In turn number 3 then. Well, race fans, the gap was there and now it's not. Your top 2 are about to duke it out. Evan C., Blake Majolas. This is what we call the classic battle, folks. Between these two guys, a lot of respect between these two drivers. And I tell you what, they're about to go hammer down right now. Here at the dirt track at Charlotte, let's go back to green flag racing.
Green flag back out there. Evan C., Blake Majolas now. Those are your top 2. Majolas goes top side under pressure there from Busby yet again. Now here we go. Side by side they go. Battle for the race lead. Evan C. gets slid by Majolas. Race leader change. The 1-2-7 of Majolas. 3 wide back for the 3rd spot. That's Busby. That's Herbert. That's Matthew Selby now. As again, 5 cars. Your top 5 right there. Battling it out. 2 by 2. 3 wide. Everywhere is everything.
Absolutely, it sure is. This time by race fans, we've now got 26 laps to go here in tonight's A-Main. Down to turns number 1 and 2 they go this time by. Into turns number 3 and 4. Evan C. the return slide job on Blake Majolas. The battle is on right now, race fans. Side by side into turn number 1 and 2. We're now 15 laps in the books. Down the back straight away, Blake Majolas and Evan C. going out into turn number 3 and 4. We're keeping our eyes on this one, folks, because this is about to get gnarly.
Evan C. goes bottom side. He's going to stay bottom side. No, slides up a little bit there. Leaves Blake a little bit of room. Majolas gets to the outside. Takes back the race lead, but now Evan C. going to fulfill the slide job in 3 and 4. Now Majolas drag race to the start-finish line. Majolas still has him, but now Colton Herbert bringing a pack of wolves, chasing down your top 2.
Down the back straight they run this time by into turns number 3 and 4, race fans. The laps are winding down. 22 to go for your race leader, Blake Majolas. I tell you what, Alex, isn't it good, these two just absolutely duking it out every time we see them on the racetrack?
Putting on a show indeed. Majolas C. The 2 have friendship business partners, and yet every time they get on the racetrack, they race each other like it's for a championship. The 33, the 127, going at it yet again. Here comes Herbert, here comes Busby. Those cars starting to close in yet again here with now 20 laps to run.
Yeah, that's right. The final 20, race fans. Down to turns number 3 and 4 this time by. Down the main straight they'll run. Here comes Matthew Selby with a slide job. Attempted on Desmond Busby. Couldn't get the job done though. Down to 1 and 2 they go once again. We go back up front with your race leaders into turn number 3 and 4. C, where the slide job picks up the front end into turn number 3 and 4. Down the main straight they run. Into 1 and 2. C goes to the top side. Majolas through the middle. And down the back straight, they'll run this time to turns number 3 and 4, Alex.
Here we go again, slide by side, slide job yet again by Evan C. As basically, I almost said slide by slide, but guess what? It might as well be because the slide jobs coming in 1 and 2, 3 and 4 all over the raceway as Majolas does it yet again. And now here we go. Evan C, I wonder what's next. Oh yeah, it's a slide job.
Yep, slid bob from Evan C on Blake Majolas. Down to 1 and 2 they go once again. Down the back straight away. These two are just classic. Into turn number 3 and 4. Down the main straight. And I'll tell you what, Alex, have a look at the respect. In turns 1 and 2, look at the gap left. And wow, you can just see the integrity that these two drivers put into their sim racing.
And the real question is, Matt Bailey, are you hungry? Because I think these two are serving some sliders tonight.
Oh, hell yes, I'm down. Just make sure it's a beef one. I'm good with that. Down the back straight, they run once again to turns number 3 and 4. The battle is still on, race fans. How about Majulis with a return slider in turn number 3 and 4? The gap was narrow then. Between on that slide job there, Majulis and Evan C. Slide job city down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4 this time by. How about it, race fans? 12 laps to go this time. And I'll tell you what, the laps are winding down quickly. Majulis has got this one sealed. Down the back chute, they run. He's running the bottom side of the speedway. Goes to the top side in 3 and 4.
Blake Majulis, Evan C. sitting 1 and 2. The battle's behind. Herbert still sitting in the 3rd spot. Desmond Busby, Matthew Selby, Brandon Freeberg still right there in the picture, as well as Travis St. Clair. Talk about Bob Klein sitting in 9th spot. Lane Hanna in 10th. There you see Matthew Selby. Going to try and go slider attempt there. He's going to clear it, but now battle keeps going on between him and Desmond Busby trying to chase down that 6th machine of Colton Herbert.
Yeah, that's right. Down the back straight, they're going to turns number 3 and 4 this time by Brendan Freeberg. I tell you what, Alex, he's been consistent since the drop of the green flag all season. And well, a little bit of contact there, a little bit of rubbing between the 33 and the 127. Into turns number 3 and 4. How about picking up the front end from Blake Majulis? Down the main straight they run now. It's on like Donkey Kong in 1 and 2.
Slide job yet again from Evan C. Majulis goes already to the bottom, gets the run yet again. This racetrack is racing no matter where you go, as now Majulis, a slide job there yet again. These two battling it out, closing in on the final 5 laps here. In just a few laps, Evan C., Blake Majulis, Matthew Selby now takes over the 3rd spot, but this battle up front has been an instant classic. Majulis and C. Slide job yet again from Majulis. 6 laps to run.
Yeah, down to 1 and 2 they go once again, race fans. Down the back straight away they go to turn number 3 and 4. How about Blake Majulis? Cool, calm and collected into turn number 3 and 4. Smooth as silk in 1 and 2 on the top side. Down the back straight they run this time. They've got 4.5 laps to go into turn number 3 and 4. Majulis through the slick part of the speedway in the middle part of turn number 3 and 4, but down to 1 and 2 they go once again, Alex.
Evan C. Blake Majulis still trading slide jobs there as Brandon Freeberg, Desmond Busby, Matthew Selby, those guys are trading back there for that podium spot in the 3rd spot here, but up front for the race win, 3 laps to run, Majulis and C.
Yeah, down to 1 and 2 they go once again. Down the back straight away this time by into turn number 3 and 4. Majulis with a return slide job in turn number 3 and 4. Clears it on Evan C. How about it, Alex? 2 to go.
2 to run. There's a slide job by Evan C. on Majulis yet again. Majulis goes underneath here. Will he go slider attempt? Here we go. He's going to slide up. Oh, boy. Little contact there between Evan and Blake. White flag in the air. Blake Majulis goes bottom side here. Evan C. on top. Evan C. gets the run out of turn 1 and 2. Stays right there on the back corner panel. Blake Majulis goes bottom. Evan C. up top. Out of turn number 3 and 4. Blake Majulis going to win here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Evan C. 2nd. Busby 3rd. Freeberg, Selby, your top 5.
Oh, my. That was mighty. How good, race fans. Bang your hands together for your top 2 drivers, Blake Majulis and Evan C. You can't go wrong. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Confirmed. Blake Majulis by 0.038 at the line. Wow, the closest we've seen so far this season. Evan C. home 2nd. Desmond Busby 3rd. Then you're back to Brandon Freeberg. Matthew Selby, Travis Sinclair in position 6. Josh Fuller, a good run home in 7th. You're back to Colton Herbert in 8th. Bob Klein 9th. And Lane Hanna to round out your top 10.
Coming home in 11th, Jacob Field, Jarrett Jones in 12th, Jason Korn 13th, Jason Salter in 14th, Camden Johnston, James Clausen in 16th, Nick Baum, Garrett Cooper, Cody Sieber, and Jake Colley round out your 20-car field.
Well, race fans, it is now that time of the night once again to have a chat with our top three. And I believe we're probably going to go back to front. Yes, we do. Home in position number 3 tonight, race fans, driving car number 82. It is Desmond Busby. And Desmond, mate, your first top 3 of the season, mate. This must feel good.
Yeah, car felt good. I started falling back there, but I tried to get back in a groove, rearrange my lines, and I didn't mean to get into Selby there. That wasn't intentional. I tried to straighten them back out, but I think that's what was the game changer and got me back to third, and just rode on out from there.
Mate, an awesome drive here tonight for round number 4 of the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series. Well, Desmond, mate, we know there's a lot of good sponsors on this race car that you'd like to thank right now.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my team, D1RT, Brooks Motorsports, Diggs by D1RT, Hollander Graphics, Duct Tape Racing, Go Fast Motorsports, you guys for the broadcast, and everyone who watched.
Well, there it is, race fans. Desmond Busby home in position number 3 tonight. Alex, you caught up with our second place runner here tonight of Evan C.
We're waiting. I don't know. I can't find the man. There he is, coming home. Coming home in the second spot tonight, the 33 of Evan C. And talk about an instant classic. We see it every time, especially at this track. You and Blake put on an instant classic, and yet again, trading slide jobs comes down to the final lap. What would you have done different if you could have to save that race?
I would have chose the top on that last restart there, and I thought I could get a good enough jump on it that I can move up in front of him going into 1, but I had to slide him instead, and after that, we was just sliding each other the last 20-something laps, however many we had left there, and we was both doing what we had to do to try and, keep breaking each other's momentum. There's just really nothing I can do. Just trying to beat him on the outside out of 4, and just, the slider is just good enough where he could always pull up in front of me there, and, I kept having to cut down and slide him back, but, it was definitely a good race between us, and, just came a little bit short there.
And, oh, man, talk about it. And now we know you got some great sponsors that help you make this car fast. Take some time to thank them for another great car tonight.
And just got to thank everybody at VLR, C Sports, Julius C Speed Shop. Had a good 1-2 tonight and had speed in the whole race, battling each other, and, was still able to pull away from the rest of the field. And just got to thank everybody else who helps us out. Captain Morgan, Tattoo Defense, Total Tyler Frenchies, and Bighorn Taxidermy. And, thank our guys for always broadcasting for us, and Steve and everybody else put on this league for us.
Well, that is your second place finisher tonight of Evan C. Matt Bailey, you're catching up with our race winner of Blake Majulis.
Well, race fans, it's no surprise to see this guy in victory lane tonight here for the 40 lap CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series. Blake, mate, I'll tell you what, it's kind of getting a little bit, hey, going up there, mate. It's obviously a 1-2 for you and Evan tonight, but hey, not a bad way to cap off the pro late models here tonight.
Oh, definitely not. I mean that was a heck of a race. Hopefully it was for everybody watching too, but we just went back and forth about every single lap of that feature, and we still were pulling away, so that's pretty crazy as well. And you can't ask for a much better night than that.
Mate, just talk about that. Obviously, there's a lot of respect between you and Evan out on the speedway. Obviously, with the Majula C Speed Shop team, mate, it's obviously a lot of respect between you and him on the racetrack.
Oh yeah, always. We've always had good respect. We've always had some good races. Obviously, we're always up front and always racing for the lead. So, I'm glad it's us racing for the lead, not someone else. And then it's just good to keep doing it week in and week out, and just keep proving the point that we're here to win. And We have a lot of great customers under our belt too that are running really good lately. So really, our whole program's just coming together. It's great to see, and it's been a pleasure so far. And hopefully, we just keep the momentum rolling here and keep doing what we do best.
Well, Blake, another good, successful night here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte, mate, so far. We've still got super late models yet to go. But, hey, I'll tell you what, mate, a lot of good people in this race car you want to thank.
Yes, for sure. I represent Limited Ammo Performance, Majula Say Speed Shop, obviously, CFM, Design 75, Race XR, CX 127 Industries, Steve for putting this on, and you guys for broadcasting.
Well, race fans, there it is. Your feature race winner here tonight for the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series. Okay, so we're going to chat to our hard charger, Jacob Fields. Your hard charger here tonight, race fans. I'll tell you what, the 007 machine was on a roll. Jacob, mate, hard charger here tonight. Run us through the closing laps of the feature.
Oh, man, they were getting kind of wild there. My bottom seemed to come in a little bit there at the end, so I was able to make a few moves, but I sure didn't feel like hard charger tonight, that's for sure. Car was a little off. I think driver was off too.
Mate, not a bad way to cap off the night here for the CNC Racing Designs Pro Late Model Series, mate. Still got obviously supers yet to go, but hey, mate, not a bad way to cap off the night here. Sponsor shout-outs, who turns the wheels on the 007, Jacob?
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at D1 RT, and shout out to the guys over at Rocket Esports. I mean, they're a great group of guys. Got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. I love going back and watching it, and thank everybody for putting on the show.
There it is, Jacob Fields, your hard charger here tonight, race fans, here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Well, that'll cap it off, Alex. Pro late models are done. We've still got super late models yet to go, but hey, not a bad way to cap off the night here so far.
Lord help me if this race is anything to come. The supers are going to give me a heart attack, Matt Bailey. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We got some great racing, but I am too young to have a darn heart attack.
That's right, mate. All good. Either way, so race fans, that'll bring us to the close of this one. We'll see you guys back in a little while for the pro late model, for the super late models. And, well, that's the World of Outlaws presented by Wotel. We'll see you guys back shortly. My name is Matt Bailey, and alongside me is Alex Robinson. And our producer tonight is Brett Wheeler. We'll see you guys back shortly here on Ultimate Dirt TV.